gonna play this?
Yes. In the building, back for another podcast. Got some special people today.
Yeah, some special ladies in the building. Y'all might have seen them before.
Seen it before, the map. Lock in.
Hey. Oh, this me. They say Sparks won't hop on the track. I'm good at that. I heard that she act, can she still rap? The proof's in the pudding. Like what? Wait, hold on. Got my best. I stop at the gifts. I got it like yeah. It's Batman feel so ready for combat.
Go.
Shows on Ghost Talk. My shit flat. Movie roll, payroll, bank rolls around the map. I'm in control. Simon says clap. I break the molds while everybody traps. My teeth for gold and they all just cap. I spark you up like tasers. I zap. Red Bulls the snap. Got wings in they flap. Got wings in they flats. The best of the batch is greatness attached. It's in me, not on me. My lights are matched. I sparkle the plaques. There's no time to lack. Just load up my tracks. I can't be sidetracked. It's time to attack. Blackity black, and then I come back. I stop the raps. Now I relapse. It's my time to blow the TikTok and stand back. Stop, drop, and roll. On fire thermostats. Go get the hose. See the snakes, cut the grass. I am a pro at rhyming. Check the stats. I get the flow like vomit. Blah.
We live.
Drop one.
Well,
Welcome to the He Say, She Say podcast. I'm Trey.
What that, Trey?
And y'all already know it's your boy Rock, man. We in the building.
And I'm Jay.
Never change. This is Jay every day.
Yes,
and that was a motherfucking intro right there. Okay, that's how we started.
Shit.
Okay.
Shoot, whatever.
So good. We got some special guests, some very special guests.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Some special guests to make me feel like $1 million just to be around them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's up, y'all? I'm your girl, Asia Sparks, at Sparkle Girl A. Make sure y'all follow me, SparkleGirla. You already know, flame spitter, actress. Dang, director, producer, and now I'm running for Miss New Jersey, USA.
Hey,
yeah.
let's go. It's what we like to hear.
I love you.
Who else we got here?
Who else we got here with us?
Hello, everybody. My name is Vanessa Elise Baker.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I am a former Miss New Jersey USA, first African American Miss New Jersey USA.
Let's clap it up. Y'all see where we're going with this. Y'all see where we're going with this one.
Yes, competed in the nationally televised Miss USA pageant. And have done a lot of different choreographed for the 76ers, the New Jersey Nets when they were the Nets. I did backup with Beyonce when she was at, not Oceans, what the one before that? The
Resorts?
casino.
Hard Rock.
No.
The Revel. The
Revel.
That's what
Yes,
Revel.
Revel.
Okay.
And yeah, it's been a ride and a journey, and it's been great. But my proudest accomplishment is being a mother.
Oh, yes.
We love to see it. Two black queens in here.
Yes.
We appreciate you guys for coming.
Yes, we do appreciate y'all for coming,
Thank you
man.
for having
Pulling up
us.
on us.
Thank you.
Yes. So, to get started on this about to be an amazing podcast.
Yes.
You know, we have two people that's been involved in Miss New Jersey and going for Miss Universe. We would like to talk about, and we don't really got to talk about, we can just address. We don't have to talk about it at all. The kind of controversy that's going on in the Miss USA.
Some people might not know what's going on. What's going on with it?
Just some accusations from some of the winners. I think like the past two winners or whatever, it's like that they just feel like they've been mistreated. And I would just want to say that, you know, hopefully everybody gets treated fairly at all times. Whatever may have caused any of these issues, that the Miss Universe and the whole organization just can be better moving forward, and everybody just feel more comfortable in the situation, because it's a thing that's been around for so long and it means so much to so many people. You know, just to hear some of the, you know, accusations and stuff like that going on, it's kind of saddening. But we hope that you overcome it. whoever, you know what I mean, whatever changes need to be made to make it better for everybody and comfortable for everybody, we hope that happens, you know what I mean, moving forward.
Well, I wasn't there, and so I know I read some of the comments, and not to say it was anything in specific, but I'm just going to, I can't really weigh in too much. I honestly don't even know if I want to.
You don't have to.
No, but I will. One thing I will say from my experience, not with the Miss USA, but from my experience in life in general, I know that the crown weighs heavy. And I'm not just talking about the pageant. I'm talking about in real life. And I think that's why, for me personally, I would make a good Miss USA, not just Miss New Jersey USA, because I have been on the national forefront. And you have to understand that with a crown and a title that heavy, you have to be prepared for everything that comes with it, not just the good. And I understand that. Not this is my first pageant, but because I've been in the forefront of the acting industry and the music industry, and I'm still holding these titles very heavy, I understand, like, it takes a lot of strength. Miss USA now needs a lot of strength. My heart, because it's May and it's mental health awareness, my heart goes out to Miss Christelle.
I don't know her name. I miss you. She was Miss Utah.
She was Miss Utah.
Yeah.
She committed suicide.
She was Miss New York.
Yeah,
Miss New York.
Miss New York, yes.
Wow.
She committed suicide. And that just goes to show you, you know, I look, and when I used to watch the pageants as little girls, I said, these women, they find these shining stars and these bright stars from big towns, little towns, and they're literally the face of America. And let's just be real, the crown weighs heavy. And so because I understand, and I might sound all, pick me, but because I understand how heavy the crown weighs, and also you have to be prepared for the negative that comes with it too. My grandmother used to say, newer levels, bigger devils.
Yeah.
And not to say that's just with anything. You have to be prepared for the comments, some people not liking you. I'm used to people not liking the fact that I got something positive to say. You got to be prepared for that, you know? And so I think that I would make a great, not only would the Miss USA title be good for me, but I think that they kind of need me, honestly. Because you need somebody tough like me that has been in the forefront, that has been the object of people's affections, but also been the object of hate for no reason. You have to be mentally prepared for that. That's something that shouldn't be taken lightly at all.
For sure.
People look at the Miss USA pageant, the dresses are glamorous. Oh, the crown is shiny. Oh, the sashes are beautiful. But what about when the lights are off? And you don't behind the scenes. Or what about, like, in general? What if you know, you have to take the crown off one day and you have to go be your regular self? Do you know the difference? I know the difference. I know the difference between Asia Sparks, and I had to realize, like, a lot of people don't understand. I took a lot of time from the game, right? And people are like, where did you go? Where did you go? And I'm like, I had to find myself and realize I am somebody without being Asia Sparks. You have to know how to not only carry that crown, but you also have to know how to detach from it. I'm not just, and this is a lot of the things that the women were saying, but you have to know who you are. And I look at this not only because I'm running for Miss New Jersey USA, but I look at the Miss Teen USAs and I pray for them, because I look at them and I'm like, I was 19 when I first came out. I was 19 when I was recording with Beyonce, Jay-Z, all of these people. Rock, you were there. You were in the music video. Stop playing.
I was the vixen, yo.
You were, but you were there. You were
Yeah.
there in the midst of everything.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
if
She
you
was
knew who I
working
was,
hard. Yep.
and you knew
I
all the
seen
things
it.
that I've done, so when you see that, and I look at the Miss New Jersey Teen USAs, and I look at these women, and I just pray for them, because if you don't know that fame, and if you also don't know what that fame can do to you, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, you're gonna crack under pressure. And it's sad. 2 months. It's sad. It's sad. And I wasn't there, so I can't pick a side, but that's all I'm going to say. The crown weighs heavy. You better know how to carry it.
Heavy is the head.
I understand.
I'm going to leave it in your hands. I know I went on, but in my spirit. In my spirit.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you can attest to it. Because you have the crown.
Yeah, it's I feel like a common question I get is, how do I know I'm ready to do a pageant? Or should I put my child in a pageant? And I stumbled into pageants. I was never, like I would say John Benet Ramsey type of kid. No,
It wasn't forced.
no, nothing at all. So I went to Rutgers, and someone approached me. Did you ever consider doing a pageant? You could get some money for school. And I was like, well, wow, if I could help my parents out, because I'm thankful my parents paid for my college outright, so I graduated debt free. So I was like, if I can even just, this is a blessing. Yes. If I can just help out in some type of way and contribute, that would be great. So a little bit of background. So there's 2 different pageant systems. There's the Miss America system, and then there's the Miss Universe system. In the Miss America system, it goes county, state, then national. So like Miss Philadelphia, Miss Montgomery County, Miss Camden County, then Miss New Jersey or Miss Pennsylvania, and then Miss America. In the Miss Universe organization, it's Miss New Jersey. Anybody can come out. There is an application process. So in my pageant, there were 72 girls that came out. So you win Miss New Jersey. My cousin won Miss Pennsylvania the same year. And then we went to Miss USA. And then that goes to Miss Universe. So it's just a different structure.
Levels.
Yes. The big joke is Miss America is the girl that lives next door, and Miss Universe is the girl Miss USA is the girl you wish lived next door. It's just silly. But at the end of the day, they are all beautiful, bright, intelligent, competent, diligent, confident women. So, so I did the Miss America organization twice. And then I was like, it was good. Dipped my toe in. I never won the first year. Nothing. It was my first year. But I went to Miss New Jersey right away. Like I won my county, went to Miss New Jersey. I was like, what? I had the wrong gown. It was like T length. I borrowed someone's swimsuit. I didn't have shoes. Like it was a hot mess. But I won, and that's because you win it in the interview. They can change everything else. They can change your dress. They can change your body. They can change. But if you can't put a sentence together, if you can't think quickly on your feet or have great extemporaneous speaking skills, it's like
yourself very well.
Yes, it's a wrap, So they rapid fire questions off of a sheet that you provide them. So I always tell people, don't lie, and be confident. You know you the best, and you are actually controlling the interview, which a lot of people don't realize. So that was great. So went to Miss New Jersey, didn't do anything. Did it again, made top 10, and then I was like, okay, I'm good. I tried it. It was great. During that time in between, when I had already decided I'm not going to do this anymore, I still had to finish my year out. So I was a little car show at in Willingboro, and it was an appearance. So I had my crown on, and at the time, I believe I was Miss Stars and Stripes. Sometimes they make up a title. It's not always necessarily a county in the Miss America organization. Not make up, create. And so I was there, and these little girls came up to me, and they were all children of color. And they said, "Are you a princess?" And I was like, "Oh, no." They said, "Are you rich?" And I was like, "Oh, no. I was an English major."
Rich in spirit.
Yeah, rich in spirit. And so they were just in awe, literally just looking up to me, and I was talking with them. And I said, I can't stop. I have to do this for these girls, that have the little Rudy Huxtable puff like I used to have, like your hair. Yes, your hair's big when your mom puts your little hat on. It's like this. Like I need to do this for them. So then my aunt was like, "You should go for Miss Universe." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Man, doesn't Donald Trump own that?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I was like, he doesn't anymore. He did when I did it though. And she said, "You should go for it." And I was like, "No, I'm good." She was like, "Yes, you are." And I was like, "I can't." Next thing I know, I'm in this pageant. And I was nervous. I called because I had a question. And I said, "Oh, by the way," right before I hung up, just to clarify a couple things. Right before I said, oh, how many girls are registered? They're like, oh, 72. We'll see you next weekend. I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot do this.
72 is crazy.
72 women.
that's a lot of people.
I said, I cannot do this. And young ladies also too do both.
Yeah.
So it's like I knew some girls I had just competed with that summer because that's when Miss America was. It was always in June, early June. I knew that I would be seeing a lot of the same girls, you know, at Miss USA or the Miss New Jersey USA. And I was like that knot in my stomach would bloop, bloop, bloop. I said, I can't do this.
Right.
So I called my sister. I was like, I don't know if I could do this. This is my big sister. I don't know if I could do this. So-and-so's going to be there and so-and-so's going to be there. And this is like her 5th time doing it. She said, girl, now mind you, my sister was sleep deprived and had just had a baby, right? She was like, girl, if she ain't win yet, she ain't going to win. I'll see you this weekend. Love you, bye. I was like, oh my gosh. And I thought to myself, well, maybe she has a point. Maybe it is good that I'm just new and fresh and just kind of, this would only have been my 3rd pageant and just go for it. Like, why not? And so that's what happened. And I did it, you know, and it was great. And I loved it. And I was just so proud to be a woman of color in that position, not to take not to take anything away from anybody else, but I just feel like the world is a better place when you see a little bit of everybody. You know? And you see beauty just for the longest time we're just taught, well, beauty is blonde hair and blue eyes, which it is, but it's also brown hair and brown eyes and dark skin and cornrows and everything in between. And I loved that. I loved that feeling. And that is why I pushed to do it. Just that little like car show incident. And I told myself when I won, I will do every single appearance possible, from galas to TV shows to farm shows to parades. I did it all. And I promised God I would not complain because you only have it for a year. And I was like, this is going to be the best, one of the best years of my life. And I did. I worked hard at it because you can make it what you want.
Yeah.
You can be as busy as you want. And so it was great. My parents hired a personal publicist for me. And I was out there speaking, talking about my platform, which was blood donation, and the importance of it and how it's needed so much in the African American community and communities of color, blood donation. So there's just a lot of mistruths and rumors and people are scared. So just doing that, my father had leukemia. So that was another reason why I really pushed to do that specific platform. But I was busy, y'all. I was rocking and rolling and moving and shucking and jiving and everything in between.
That's good, though.
That's definitely like me. I felt like just like you said, I felt like I'm a little bit in the in-between. And a lot of people don't know that this year was the first year that they allowed women over the age of 28 to run.
Okay.
And so someone had said to me, she said, well, they'll allow you to run, but will they allow you to win? And so I was thinking that, I said, well, I'm not trying to hear that. That's just doubt. That's just doubt, you know?
Yeah.
Because, and I said to her, I said, with or without a title, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, which is adjusting and fixing other women's and other little girls' crowns. I feel like that is what humanity should be about. I think that's what we're missing. You shouldn't have no problem. You should have no problem adjusting and fixing the next man's crown. And I shouldn't have a problem or an issue with fixing the next woman or a little girl's crown. Simple as that.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, lady, for telling us, your thoughts on it. Also, your history, Vanessa. That's very inspiring. We love it. You know what I mean? That's going to be the first clip out.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So, to get into our next topic, unfortunately, you know what I mean, it's quite a turn, but it's definitely another case of, harassment, abuse, and everything like that, things that, a lot of people go through in this world every day, and it's a shame. So this last week, a video came out with Diddy, Sean Combs, having a very violent situation with his ex-girlfriend at the time, Cassie. I would like to ask, Trey first, looking at the video, what was your first thoughts?
Oh, he did everything they say he did. That's what I'm like. That was my first thoughts. I'm like, all right, this dude got to go, man. He's been around for a long time. He has a lot of skeletons, and them things are coming out from everywhere now. You know. So you know, you read what you sell. You know, you do dirt, you're gonna get dirt. You know what I mean? So it's like I think this guy, you know, there's been rumors about this stuff for the longest. It's been whispers and stuff like that, and it's finally just coming out to the forefront. So
Yeah.
you know, yes, I felt bad for her, man. You know, a woman can't beat you, man. She can't. Some women can beat men, but like, let's be real here. No. Let's be real here. They you know, we're stronger than them and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
So us, you know, raising our hands to them and stuff like that, and you know, putting them in them kind of positions and stuff like that, it does us no justice, man. You're a weak guy for doing that kind of thing, you know. There's no respect there for you, you know. I do know people make mistakes. Sometimes people make mistakes when they're younger and stuff like that. But this is this fully grown adult man who knows better. You know,
Hey,
$1
man,
billion
like-
up.
yeah. You know, like how long ago was this? What was the year?
2016
All right,
when this happened,
that's,
but
that's still very recent.
I'm pretty sure he ain't stopped. He ain't stopped then. You know what I mean?
And she's probably not the only one he's done this to. You know, so yeah, no respect there, man. You know, I think that man needs to get whatever's coming to him. You know, those are my thoughts on that.
Unfortunately, with the actual release of the video, he can't go to jail for it because he already settled for everything. But I hope something else comes out that he can go to jail for it because it's just, you know what I mean, it's terrifying.
I mean,
it's a road.
I just it's over.
So I
It's
said, I'm like,
bro,
yeah, this ain't
you got a
nothing but-
fork in you right now, man. You done. You
Yes.
feel me? So this shit to the world, so that shit nationwide now. So definitely,
Yeah, it's hard to recover from that.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
still talking about Chris Brown and Rihanna.
exactly,
You know?
exactly. So it's definitely ain't gonna be looking too good. I know he losing a lot of money, a lot of partnerships,
Yeah,
a lot of opportunities.
It's a wrap,
He got to be the bad guy now. The quiet guy.
Yeah, I mean, as he should, man. This guy's been a monster for a very long time, and I don't even think I don't think he has a problem with domestic or beating women. He just has a violence problem and an anger problem, because he doesn't have a problem with just women. He's been hit people on the head with bottles, other celebrities. I think he did Steve Stout, Drake. I think he tried to throw a bottle
He
at.
fought J. Cole.
Fought J. Cole. Like he's just a
Power,
I think he got a problem with power. That's what the problem is with
That's
power.
what it is.
I
It's like-
feel like instead of asking us for forgiveness, or I feel like he need to be asking Christ for forgiveness, honestly, because you can tell a fruit by you can tell a tree by the fruit that they bear, and so that's just me. I don't feel like I have to forgive Diddy, and honestly, it's kind of like it's forgiven because somebody like that, and this has been going on since the 90s, and his money's super long, okay. Somebody like that, you just got to pray and give him like, God grant him mercy, because this is like the year, literally. No matter if you're in the church, no matter if you praising the Lord,
That
if you're
word
not,
said it.
this is the year of like literally exposure. This is 2024. Everything is getting exposed, and so because karma, or God is coming to cast His judgment, I think you need to be asking the Lord for forgiveness, and it's a difference to try to be like God or try to be God. And you can tell by the fruit that he bears that he thinks that he's God. But a lot of people deal with that.
Thought he was
though.
untouchable.
A lot of people deal with that. They have this God complex, and then you'll learn very quickly that your money is perishable. Your money can't save you. And now you see that the truth is coming to light. I feel bad. And I've been praying for souls, because now you see things like Meek and everybody just coming out, and just the Bible says, what good is it if a man gains the world but loses his soul? And I think Diddy and all of the victims of Diddy are prime examples of what that is saying.
Yeah,
I'm
for
sorry,
sure.
I'm a Bible thumper now, but that's
it's true,
just
though.
what I feel, and I pray for his soul. So I pray for his soul, man. I pray for his soul. I mean, we all fall short of the glory of God, but that right there, that's what Lucifer got striked out of heaven for. That God complex, thinking you were God, right?
Yeah, he got away with this stuff for so long. He thought he was really
Yeah.
untouchable.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm more so like
Kids.
just pray for her. Tell you the truth, not him. For him, somebody like him, I feel like it's past it. He's not going to change. He needs to
old
just be
dog.
put away. Like some people just need to be just put away and not
Can I
thought
say
about.
this though? Me coming from the not trying to challenge you, but me coming from the hood, like don't get it twisted. Them men go to jail and they go ahead. I think my sister, she a little thrown off, but Jaguar Wright said it. The men go to jail and they train up other men to be that way, and then when they come home, the men come home with a different mindset to do harm. So when they go to jail, they literally train these men up. You think R. Kelly ain't go to jail and tell them that this whoop wop, and they was all sitting on the yard, and he telling other men how to be mindsets, and did he go to jail rich, and all they do is talk about what they did on the outside, and they go out and say I can be rich like him. That's something you gotta pray for that man. You gotta pray for that man's soul. You gotta pray that Jesus comes in and changes him like he changed me. Because if that don't happen, he's going to go to jail and spread that like a virus. And because he's Diddy and because he has money, just like people on the outside with their freedom sold their soul, sold their booty hole, sold their body, them dudes in jail with the mindset of captiveness, them emancipate your mind from mental slavery. But that's what people in jail, this is why I did the Millions from Prisons to Millions podcast. And when we talked about this, these men go to jail and it spreads like a virus more than it did outside. I speak on the industrial complex in prison. They asked, do you believe, the lady Michelle from the Miss USA pageant, she asked me, do you believe incarcerated individuals have a right to vote? Mm-hmm. And I said, I believe that everybody, if you do the crime, you should do the time. But I believe that if God didn't give us second chances, where would we be? But I also believe that you can tell the tree by the fruit that it bears. And unless he gets honest with God and say, listen, I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that, come to me and transform it. We can all tell it's a lie. That's why we didn't accept his apology. But if we can't accept that, listen, God can do a big thing. I can accept it because he did something with me. If I can't accept that, then my gospel isn't true. Then what happened to me wasn't true, and my faith is just fake.
Yeah, but
he can do it.
The only thing is that a lot of people that's in jail, once you go to jail and you get your freedom taken away, you're either going to change then or you're never going to change most of the time. Or it's going to take you quite a few times to be able to change. I feel as though we should be more sympathetic and praying for one, the victim, for two, our youth. Bringing our youth up to be better than these older men that's in jail already, that's already been poisoned or whatever the case may be. You know, when they go to jail, everybody's not in there just spreading the word and everybody just coming out just doing worse. There's some people in there really changing their lives in there. And then there's some people in there not. But they just going to be here and going to be. An evil mind can always spark and engage another evil mind. But someone who's really real, who know right from wrong, they may have made a mistake, and they come out and they do better, but that happens a lot as well. So that's why I say, like, let evil be evil. And it don't take you to be 50-something years old to know that you're evil. You know what I mean? At 25 years old, I knew I wasn't doing all the bullshit I wasn't doing no more. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure the men here don't want to go around and just do evil to other people for no reason. Definitely not the ones that they love and the ones they care about. You know what I mean? It's a different story when you're sitting here harming the person who loves you, who's trying to be with you. You know what I mean? That's a different kind of evil. Like, this person, I guarantee Cassie she might have fought back before, but she ain't really do nothing to make this guy hit her.
Well, I wasn't there, and I don't condone any domestic violence from anywhere. And like Cassie said, believe a victim the first time. I think with social media, everybody has an opinion on what they think, but I wasn't there. So and again, I believe Cassie. If you want to ask me my opinion, I believe the victim. I believe that. But what I believe is, truly, instead of everybody worrying about the domestic violence that's happening, because the courts are going to handle that and it's already out there, let's talk about the woman that was in Ohio, the sex worker that was in Ohio with HIV, that had sex with over 200 men and women, and they're trying to contact this woman's sexual partners. They're saying that they're all the way down in Florida and all the way to the East Coast. 200. She was a sex worker.
Well, that's what you really want to talk about?
No, I'm just saying. So let's think about that. We talk about the freak offs. You know, let's think about that. There could be people walking around with HIV right now. There could be people walking around with these things.
Did she know?
But Asia, though.
She knew.
But
so
Asia.
She's in jail.
Asia.
200 people. She knowingly had sex with a sex worker. And Cassie was forced to have sex with sex workers.
But Asia.
What's that?
Number one, if if this girl that had HIV or whatever had sex with 200 people, we need to start thinking about the people she has sex with. First of all, you need to protect yourself, and you need to be more responsible with yourself. So let's not just say we going to sit here and go.
Like, there's big things to worry about. Okay, domestic violence, that's personal. Like, let them, everybody, that's the problem. Everybody got an opinion on somebody else's relationship.
Well,
let's focus on the general
so you don't think,
population and the public.
But Asia,
general
you don't think,
health crisis.
Asia,
like, that's
Asia,
a crisis.
Asia.
No, say what you got to say,
Okay.
because this is not a podcast.
All right.
Don't try to shut me up, though. 'Cause it's
I'm not
rude.
trying to shut you up.
It is, because I'm not
But-
agreeing with you, and I can say what I want.
No, you can say what you want.
I know.
I'm not saying that, but you know, once you say what you want, then you gotta let us get in. So what I'm saying is, you feel like the spreading of HIV is more important than domestic violence.
No, I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. No, now
You
you're cutting
did-
me off.
you did say more
No,
important,
but what you can't do is say I said something and not let me clarify
but
it.
I'm
Because
just
if you're
saying
going
you
to say I said something, say I said it
But
verbatim.
all I'm saying is you did say
no,
more
what
important.
I'm saying to you is...
You did say more important.
Brother, what I'm saying to you
Okay, go ahead.
is, I'm saying, I said it on camera. I said it all matters. I said it, did I not say that? You're trying to put words in my mouth because you feel offended for whatever reason.
I don't feel
I said the most important part was the fact that, yes, all of it matters, but they're handling domestic violence. I think that people should more so worry about the fact that there are people out there having sex. It's all risky. So instead of making it just personally about P. Diddy or whatever, it's all risky. All the diseases that spread out there, like all of these. Are we recording?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, wasn't it an open case? There's open cases out there where you have to think of all of these things. All of these things are important, is what I'm saying.
Nah.
It ain't got nothing to do with Diddy. I'm just saying, if you out here doing sex work, anybody out here with sex work, the sex worker just had slept with 200 people knowingly and had HIV, gave to him HIV. Nobody cares about that. Why is that not a topic that people, us in our community, talk about?
I mean, I think it's a topic
Get checked.
that everybody need to know. No matter what. I mean, I think you being responsible with yourself and your sexual whatever you do, practices, whatever it's like that, then you need to be more responsible with yourself. And everybody knows this.
Do they?
Well,
do they? Or do they not care about life?
Well, but no, they do know it.
No,
Guess what?
But then they choose not to. Hold on, they do know it, but they do choose not to
How
care
you
about
know?
life. You don't think people know about
I know the
STDs?
numbers. I know the numbers. I'm looking at the numbers
But
out
you
there.
do know, but people do know about STDs. We grow up in school. In high school, they actually teach about
Not the way
STDs.
they acting.
They actually teach it in high school and everything, okay? But what I'm saying is that domestic violence is something that the victim cannot control.
No.
That it's another
Who
person.
said that?
Huh?
Who said that, though?
What I'm saying is that this is something that needs to be touched more on.
No, it
than-
don't. No, it don't. No, it
This
don't.
is something that
could
needs to
And
be.
I know I advocate for it, but what he's saying that one topic is better, is more important than the other. It doesn't. It's not.
Well-
it's all equal. It's all the same.
It's
all a problem, and these are all problems that we need solutions to. Domestic violence, yes, we
Like,
keep speaking on
or-
it. You know how much domestic violence that I've seen growing up. That I've seen growing up. Everybody sees domestic violence. We're talking about P. Diddy. And so you're trying to make it about domestic violence, and I'm saying I'm talking about P. Diddy in general. I'm talking about this is something that's important. This is something that our community should worry
But we
about.
only know
Domestic
about-
violence, STDs.
No. We get that, but what he's trying to say is basically like all the other allegations is not out yet. It is out, but it's not proven that it's true.
I never said it was true. I just said he should worry about it. I never said it was true.
No.
Putting words in my mouth.
I get what you're saying, but it was just like where the conversation went. Basically, the reason why we talking about the domestic violence is because everyone's seen it. I mean, he got the other pending charges, but he has to still go to court for it. Right now, everybody knows that he put his hands on Cassie. That's why. That's like the big topic right now. But I get what you're saying.
I'm not picking sides. I just said I'll pray for this man's soul. He said he won't forgive him. I will forgive P. Diddy. But it ain't my job to forgive him. It's God's job.
I mean, everybody-
that's why
yeah.
everybody in America has hate in their heart. And that's why everybody in America has hardened hearts. Because y'all won't let the light go through. Y'all need forgiveness in your hearts.
I mean,
And it's not my job. I don't have to forgive him. Whether I forgive him or not, his day is going to go on and my day is going to go on. But for me speaking on it, I'm speaking on the numbers and the facts. Okay? Domestic violence, it's already out there.
I mean, all of
I
it's
pray
out
for
there.
him.
To
I
be
just said I
honest
pray for
with
him.
you.
But
All
let's
of
talk
it.
about the stuff that everybody ain't thinking about.
I mean, ain't nobody thinking about domestic violence because it happens every day, and we need to save these women that's going through this shit.
Yeah.
You can save these women.
Huh?
You can save these women.
We all need to be a part of saving.
I
these women.
I have a docuseries called Wake Up Your Mind, and our first episode was on domestic violence. Not only was it on domestic violence, but it's also sexual abuse that happens in a place and in a home where domestic violence takes place. Okay? And so with this, I advocate and I have a heart for domestic violence. But what I'm saying is that's important. But I was speaking on something. I don't speak on cases and allegedly. I don't speak on it. It's out of my hands, and I don't pick a side, honestly. I just said maybe everybody in the world should think about something different than just that, because it's something, your life could be endangered with risky sex behavior. Think about it. But again, I mean,
but
I'm Daniel in the Lions Den, so it's okay. You don't have to agree. I just, nobody came out and said Diddy had a disease, you guys. I was just saying. Be careful.
I think it's more of what you're talking about is more of self-choice than somebody not having a choice.
What?
And that's what I'm kind of talking about. When you have sexual intercourse with somebody, it's a self-choice if you decide to protect yourself or not.
True.
Like, I don't care about what the other person got. You can say, hey, go get tested before we have sex. I had girls that did that to me. And I had no problem with that. I got tested, showed my paperwork, she showed her paperwork, and we good. Now, if somebody else chooses not to do that, that's their fault. So self-choice compared to a woman getting abused by a powerful man or being abused by a man, period, that's a totally different thing, and she has no choice in that. Only choice she has is she scared or not to tell somebody.
I agree.
And most women are scared to tell somebody because of whatever situation. Maybe they got kids with the guy. Maybe he just too powerful. Maybe she just want to be with somebody and never, you know what I mean? She just don't want to be alone or something like that. Or maybe he just threatened her and say, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to hurt your family if you leave me. And he keeps on abusing her. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. Self-choice compared to somebody not having a choice or just being scared to come out. And that's the only thing I'm trying to say, AJ. I'm not against you. We are cool. You don't have to wear.
Sure, because it feels like you're against me.
No,
I feel attacked.
Nah, we ain't attacked.
I just had an opinion. Oh my goodness.
But you know what I mean?
I'm just gonna stay quiet the whole time, guys. It's okay. I just was giving an opinion. Hey, everybody, think about that. Make sure you get checked. It's sex work, okay?
And we need that too. We need that too. Yeah.
This way to go to commercial. Like,
they need it,
if
but they
you
don't
ever
want it.
experienced domestic violence or
call the number.
Call the hotline.
But ooh, that was spicy right there, bro.
But listen, do you have anything to say on the?
Did he
said no. I said no.
No, extremely sad that was the way he chose to express himself in that moment, and we all saw that, and who knows what else happened behind closed doors. But what I do know that regardless of what a woman does, and it's not right for a woman to hit a man either.
Yeah.
To castrate him with your words, attack. All of it is wrong, but a man still has a choice to not put his hands on him. You can always walk away, and that was very disturbing to see, and what is so sad is that lots of times, these women, you still love that person, and you still you want to see the good, and you go back time and time again. It's just sad. It can be a vicious cycle.
Yeah,
a vicious cycle. Yeah.
And I'm not going to get all deep into it, but I know it definitely could come from an unhealthy home too. Who knows how he was raised and all that. I mean, I grew up seeing domestic violence and all that. And I had earlier in my, adolescent years, I had, issues with that as well. So, I mean, it's just something if you see it, it's like, it's not saying like, oh, I think it was right or anything like that. But it's like at the same time, as a kid, you witness certain things and that, could grow on people too as well. So, but
the way your mind interprets
but it's definitely not cool, to put hands on anybody, but definitely it's super not cool to put hands on a woman, period. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, I ain't.
And I think at one point that that Diddy could have been saved. But I think now his age, me being a man and is thinking how I think, and you know, I mean, the guys around me at his age, he just stuck in his ways.
Yeah, old
You know
dog.
what I mean?
Old dog.
Like he can't be helped.
I
I understand Asia completely about forgiving everybody, giving people chances. And,
No, you don't.
Trust me, you could ask my friends. They know
No.
I give people
No, you
chances.
don't. You can tell a tree by the fruit that they bear. Whether I forgive him or not, it doesn't make me a difference. It's not like I haven't been through domestic violence either. I understand from a woman's perspective, but I also know that, see, maybe not, I don't know, but I also know what Christ can do.
Everybody got to find them though.
Everybody, exactly. That's why I
Yeah.
said. So you can. That's why I said. So that's why I see. For me, everybody don't know. So again, I don't need nobody to agree with me. I just said that for me, my forgiveness doesn't matter. What matters is God, and you'll know that He forgives you by the fruit that you bear.
Yeah.
So again, if you can't forgive, in my Bible it says if you can't forgive others, then God will not forgive you, and I truly believe that. So I had to. So I had to get my heart together because it was things that people have done to me that should never be forgiven. But guess what? For me to live a flourishing life, a happy life, and Cassie, and even though, and I'm gonna put this is for Cassie. Cassie, I know this, and I pray this on her life, and I know she's gonna experience this. Eventually, one day, she will forgive Diddy. As hard as it may seem for everyone who cannot forgive her, one day she will, because she'll have to restore and what's left and to be able to raise her daughters properly. She's gonna have to forgive, and just because you forgive don't mean you have to forget.
I agree with that.
I would never forget. Even if Diddy got off and walked off, I would never forget. But my forgiveness doesn't matter.
I agree with that.
God's forgiveness matter, and that's what I was saying the whole time. So I think people are under the comments and causing themselves to sin. I wish Diddy would die. I wish he would rot in jail and go to hell.
That's just people. That's free Wi-Fi right there.
Yeah, but that sounds like people. That sounds like people that don't know God the way I like. Not just know of Him, but don't know God.
No, but yeah, everybody, and that's another. Everybody didn't take that journey either. Everybody's not open.
I don't expect nobody to take the journey.
No,
but
that's
you
what
don't
I'm saying.
attack me for feeling the way I feel because I forgave him already. But it ain't my part to forgive. It ain't even Cassie's part to get.
Well,
forgive.
this is
God,
never-
because he gonna humble you quickly. I'm gonna tell you that. I've been there. God will humble you real quick.
This is never a attack. This is only a conversation.
No, I'm just. Now it is. But I'm just saying, God. I know God, and so because I know God, are you just not gonna listen to sound doctrine when I tell you that it's not my job? Anything could happen to Diddy tomorrow. God forbid. Anything could happen to Diddy tomorrow where he doesn't have a chance to repent and he going to hell.
Well,
anything can happen to him, for real.
That's him.
Life is short.
He got,
you don't see all these people dying out here.
He got
Life
to
is
take
short.
that up with the big man.
Exactly.
Feel me? If
But
he's
you
not
don't-
willing to have the conversation, then that's on him.
I wouldn't even wish hell on my worst enemy. I pray you get your life right, and I pray you find the Lord.
That's
and I
all
pray
you can do.
And I pray He transform your life like He transformed mine. And so you can affect the next person to tell them how God changed you. And so maybe you won't go to jail and spread that virus, that mindset that's eating these men alive in jail. Shout out to everybody in Rikers. Shout out to my cousin that's holding it down. That's eating everybody mind up.
So look,
I know.
I
know. So
let's change courses a little bit.
please, Les.
All right. So we're gonna go
drink to that
to
one.
our back in the day segment. Okay. So back in the day segment is about good times. About good times that you missed when you was younger. You know what I mean? We saying from the time that you can remember until you like 21 years old. You know what I mean? What can you remember back in the day that you missed today? It could be the clubs. It could be at home with mom and dad and doing whatever. It could be anything you could say, but everybody just express yourself. We're going to talk about it and kick it in. So I'm going to do our little intro real quick. We're going to listen to it, and then we're going to get to it. Who want to go first once I get to the intro?
Let Rock go first.
Let Rock go first. All right, so we about to go into the intro.
Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again.
Remember back in the days when niggas had waves.
Niggas had waves.
Yes. So we're going back in the days. Back in the day, Rock, what you got?
Back in the days, where I want to go with it.
The rock.
Look, I'm gonna go back in the days where when I used to just go to the Cherry Hill Mall, know what I mean, and I ran into this girl named Asia. Know what I mean, Asia and her sister Jazz. Know what I mean, they was just doing the walkthrough, and this I'm talking about old Cherry Hill Mall when the food court was in the middle and stuff. You feel me?
Waldorf was up top.
I don't know what about Waldorf, but I know the food court was in the middle. Know what I mean, and then. That was like my first time running into her and her sister, and then we've been locked in since back in the days, man. Know what I mean? So yeah, like I've been cool with her family for years, man. They cool peoples for real.
How old were you when you met?
Damn,
Like-
I was a little bit older because
Yeah.
I'm 35 now. How old you now?
I'm 32, so I was 3 years younger than
All
you.
right. So yeah, it was
was
like
young.
teenage. It was
Yeah,
like
we
teenage.
was teenagers.
We was
It was like
teenagers. When it was a
teenage.
thing to like go to the mall. You ain't had no money.
Oh,
Yeah, you just walk
We was just
around.
doing the walkthrough. You
He
feel
had his
me?
group of friends. I had my group of friends.
And
And then
it was
you
like,
talk.
we just ran into them and then boom.
Everybody was talking to somebody, but
Split
it
a Cinnabon with
was
a friend.
innocent though. It was so innocent.
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
So just networking as a teenager. And I mean,
Not
meeting
networking.
people. You feel me?
Where'd you go to high school?
I went to Pensacola. Pensacola High.
Okay.
Nah, I mean, introducing yourself, not being shy. Definitely talk to girls. You feel? I wasn't shy at all as a teen. So nah, I mean, trying to get your confidence up.
Yeah.
Know what I mean, but yeah, they was
That's
cool.
huge.
They was cool girls. Know what I mean, they still cool. Know what I mean,
I'm cracking.
so that's
up.
my back in the day.
You stole mine.
Gotta move quicker than that.
Dang.
What you got, Pop?
Oh, it's on you now. I don't got nothing yet.
You ain't got nothing yet.
I was listening to a story, man. I was so engulfed in the story. Go ahead, Jay.
All right, so what I would miss back in the day. You know what? I really miss just playing just being so I grew up in East Camden. We were in East Camden, little row homes or whatever, so like that, and I had a basketball court in my backyard. So I was like the basketball court yard. Or even football front yard. My bad, just sorry about that. Even a football front yard. So everybody used to come to my court and we used to get it in. Rough, one-on-one, knockout, you know what I mean? Bye-bye birdie, and everything just like that. And I just miss this. It's definitely every Friday, every Saturday, is just on the court all damn day long, just playing basketball, you know what I mean? Just doing whatever. You know what I mean? Arguments and then being cool, you know what I mean? Whatever.
I can see you
lie.
getting a little
That's a
fight.
classic.
When he said get it in, I was about to say no Diddy, but I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. I'm already in the hot seat.
But
Yo, niggas.
But yeah, I remember that. It should be like you know what I mean? Definitely when there's no school.
When niggas had shorts underneath their jeans heavy.
definitely.
Niggas was
All the time.
balling.
You come over
Go
there.
nowhere without no shorts. You'd be mad as hell you forgot your shorts, boy.
Yeah, that's a classic right there. All right, hey, it's on you.
Personal or just stuff?
Wherever you want to take us. We on your journey.
I don't
we
know.
want to take us.
I used to love the VFW parties back in the day in Jersey. That was fun, and you see all the guys wearing their Jabot jeans. The Jabot jeans.
They trying to bring them back too.
Yeah,
Oh, for real?
that was definitely rock and Trey. They wear them shits all the time.
Oh my
Nah,
goodness.
of course.
Nice.
Size
Well, that's
36,
cool.
nigga. What you
Blue
mean?
straps,
I'm a
red
34 now, but size 36. You had to get the bigger jeans.
42s on them.
I was wearing
Never wear
I was
42
wearing
in my
True
life.
Religions. I was wearing True Religions and shit.
Shit, the
That's not the
Jabot.
cap.
This might be corny, but like as for the women, like we used to do the jersey dresses and like the
I remember the
capris and
jersey.
remember the gauchos?
Gauchos.
They used to be
Remember the
G's.
gauchos,
That was the tights before the tights. You
Right,
feel
right.
me?
Don't play with the gauchos.
They put the gauchos out.
Yo!
They the good.
Said the gauchos gotcha.
Oh, so that part.
Yeah.
Good times. Good
That was a
times.
good one right there.
That's funny.
Where we going with it, V?
So I remember my grandmother lived in Mount Airy, and we used to go to midnight mass when I was little. But first we stopped at both my grandmother's houses, my grandparents. She always had a beautiful spread. We'd eat, go to church, and then come back to Jersey. So, for me, when you're like 5 and 6, like you're out midnight, oh my gosh, it's such a big deal. And it would always be Christmas Eve. And we would come home, and by this time I'm out ugly sleep in the back seat of the car. And it would be, my dad would drive, my mom was in the passenger seat, and then my brother, I'm the baby, so my big brother, and then my sister, and then me, and we'd all be asleep. And I was kind of like I like to call it a blessing, a surprise. My mom was like, I'm what? So my brother's 13 years older than me. Okay. My sister's 10 years older than me. And then there's me. So in some regards, I was like an only child for a big part. Because when, I was like 8.
I was so old by the time.
Yeah. When I was 8, my sister was out the house. They were both in college. And so.
Your sister look young as hell, too.
She is. She's fabulous. She's fabulous.
For her to be that much older than you, she look young as hell.
Yes, that's right. Because we all used to train. When you would train, we used to all go there and train. And so we, I have this distinct memory year after year, like, as a little girl, my dad pulling me out of the car and picking me up and carrying me into the house and up the stairs. My mom put my little nightgown on. I had this little Christmas nightgown, like Little House on the Prairie, and the neck was elastic. It was all stretched. Like all these little details I remember. And my dad would just lay me in my bed and tuck me in. And I had a candle. We used to have candles in our windows around Christmas time. And
the real candles or the battery ones?
The plug. It went. It was on the windowsill, and then that cord went right underneath. And I remember the glow of the candle, and my dad would unplug it and give me a kiss, and it was just great. Like I remember feeling so safe. My dad was the type of dad I would see him before. Remember Judge Wapner? Back in the day, and that's how I knew my bedtime was coming, because I'd hear the little and he'd always have a little something, little nightcap. Yes.
That's homie court right there.
Yes. Oh, you're good. You're good. Yes. And but my dad was the type of dad where I would see him. He'd be checking the windows before he came up to bed, making sure the back door was locked, is the garage door down, or all the lights off. Like I always.
That's what I'd be doing.
You do?
He's securing the house. Yeah.
Like I felt so safe with my dad. He was a great husband first, a wonderful father. Like I said, he had leukemia, and that's what he passed from. And he passed really young. But God is good, because he started his family so young. My mom and dad were 18 and 20 when they had
so he
started.
Just left a big imprint. Y'all got the experience at home.
Oh,
so
yes.
early.
Yes, he was a man's man, successful entrepreneur, moved his family from the city to Marlton. We grew up great. I have no complaints.
That's good.
But that memory of him just tucking me in and picking me up and up the stairs, I just remember being like so safe. I love that.
I wonder if that's how my daughter feels.
Yeah, I was about to say that, boy.
Yeah.
That's how my baby feel like.
Yeah, you want your daughter to grow up and be like, my dad, because then that's who she's going to. I knew when I was dating Riff Raff, I'm like, I can't bring you home. My dad's going to be like,
that nigga, you ain't like
No.
I told you better than that.
Yeah, and it has nothing to do
He gonna look right at you like.
Yeah, well, why are you making these and it has nothing to do. My dad was like I said, I grew up in the city, so it had nothing to do with what you didn't or didn't have. It was about your character. It was about, are you a hard worker? What do you? Can you protect my daughter? Can you provide for her?
Your parents know.
Yeah, they do know. And I knew too. I'd be like, oh, this is fun. This ain't gonna last, but sure, we can go to Sizzler. If I can't bring you home.
Yeah. There you go. Because for me, I don't know. I was born in Florida. I was raised in Trenton, and and then Camden came in my second half of my life after my mother passed. I was 14. But up until then, we used to go anywhere in Trenton. We used to go to I don't know if they call it. I don't know if they call it Cowtown now. I get confused.
Yeah.
Columbus?
Yes.
Is that Columbus?
Well, there's the Columbus Mart.
That's where we used to go.
Okay,
Not
Columbus.
Cowtown. Yeah,
Okay.
we used
But
to go-
Cowtown is a thing.
It is.
That
a thing.
sounds further.
Yeah.
Columbus would be closer to y'all. Yeah.
They sell sneakers at both.
Yeah, facts.
Sneakers,
So we used to go to
TIMs.
Columbus. TIMs. I got a side story for that. My oldest brother wanted some Tims, and he got some Tims. He got some TIMs. He was mad as hell.
Look, T.E. is.
Right? He was mad as hell. I'm like, what the hell is those work boots? Well, nah, we used to go up to Columbus, and it was a long trip. I used to love road trips as a kid. Always just used to love, because I ain't have to drive. So, like, you know, I just love road trips. We used to always go. My mom used to have this beat. She was reliable, though. It's an old Mitsubishi. Remember the little back vents on the back of the car? Anyway, we used to ride all the way to Columbus. It was like a field trip. We'd go in there. It was so big to me. It was so big. We used to, you know, go to the Amish place. They used to have all that different kind of food and stuff in there. I didn't even care if we wasn't getting anything. You know, my mom used to go in there and she used to get whatever she was getting, but I was just going in there for the experience. You know, it was so big with so many aisles and stuff like that, and I just remember being like almost like bliss. Cause I used to it would be like a Saturday morning. And we just take that ride because it was like, I don't know, like maybe 45 minutes, an hour for us to get there or whatever. And, I just remember it was like very family. You know, it was all of us. You know, my oldest brother, my older brother, and then my little sister and our mom. It was just like, cause that was our family, and we'd go out there every once in a while, maybe once a month or something like that, and it would just always be a good time. Everybody laughing and stuff. We'd get ice cream there. And that was when we were really super like really a family and close knit, you know. And I always think about that time, like them times when we used to go up there. I'm like, sheesh, because things change and stuff like that. So yeah, that was my back in the day moment. That crosses my mind a lot though. So,
Yeah.
That's yep.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
We're black in the times.
Can I just say something real quick?
Go ahead.
So my aunt, who is, she passed away. She was brilliant. She was one of the smartest people I ever met. She was in Glamour magazine's top 10 students to look out for.
Wow.
Now we're going back, this is in the 70s. She was so smart that she went to Ravenhill Academy, it was in Philadelphia, that she had to go, by the time she was a senior, there were no more math classes for her to take. So she had to go up the street. They gave her permission to go up the street and go to the county college to
College
take
courses.
Yes. Yeah. So went to Dartmouth, Ivy League undergrad, went to UCLA, got her doctorate. She was a psychologist, worked at Mattel, did psychological studies on kids and how they play with toys.
Right.
And it was discovered that Ken is merely an accessory. That's how children view Ken. Barbie's a star. He's not a boyfriend. He's not a husband. He's not a man. He's an accessory, like a purse or a pair of shoes. Like all of this stuff helps with marketing. She was brilliant. And she said to me one time, she said, your job as a mother, she said, is, and as a wife at the time, I'm divorced. She said, is to create memories for your family. That's it. They do not have to be grandiose. You don't have to spend a lot of money. It can be baking cookies, rolling on the floor, building a tent. You know, kids love to build a tent. Out of pillows and a comforter. No matter what you do, make everything a moment, a memory, indelible, just sketched in their mind. And I always remembered that. And so I think that's so important in bearing children, raising your family, making a house a home. That's how you do it. It doesn't cost much. It costs your time, you know, but, and are things easier with money? Yeah. Some things are a lot easier with money, but creating memories are super important.
I'm heavy on memories. Heavy on memories, experiences. Cause I feel like that's all you got left when you ain't here. You know what I mean? So I want to project it on a lot of people.
Yeah.
And you know,
some things the picture can't even catch, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. Give them something they can remember.
Yeah.
Real quick, that you mentioned about your aunt, right? Your aunt.
Francesca's mom. Remember Francesca?
Oh yeah, I like Francesca. Anyway,
if y'all there, Francesca.
Chicago teen earns doctorate degree at 17 years old from college. She got her master's at 14 years old.
My gosh.
And they just now this is like 9 hours ago they just announced it, so it was just this year she got her doctorate degree at 17 years old, and she is an African American.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
That's different right there.
Amazing.
They don't have her name. They don't have her name on here. Probably because she a teen. Wait, Chicago's own Dorothy Jean Tillman.
Period, Dorothy Jean.
Yeah, Dorothy Jean Tillman.
Period.
That's her name. Yep.
She definitely got some.
Keep on shining. Keep on shining, girl.
She on top.
Yes.
Period.
What made you want to become a Miss USA?
Oh, so when I was doing that car show, that experience, I just felt like it would be a great opportunity for me to be in a position that could influence people and just make a statement like, oh, this is, let's face it, it's a beauty pageant, right? And to win something like that is great. It feels great. What are you going to do with it, though? And I knew that I wanted to have children of color look at me and be like, I could do that someday too. I am beautiful. You know, she looks like me. You know, I thought that was really important to do that.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. That's
What
beautiful.
about you, Asia? What made you want to become?
I honestly, if I'm going to be honest, I'm not really sure what I'm becoming, because I've been on this journey, and it hasn't been an easy journey at all, honestly. But when you get to the destination and when you get to the pageant, you start to realize how necessary that journey was. And so I'm growing, and all of the things that I've been doing behind the scenes, helping, doing the book bag drives, working with the church every year, going to North Philly, going to South Philly, giving book bags out. I've been doing this since I started doing music. And I just received the Global Activism Award in 2022. I got a citation from the city of Philadelphia for my community service and my dedication to the youth. So this is stuff that I've been doing just naturally. And it's something that my mother taught me. She said, you never want to make money. Yeah, she said, you never want to just, because in the game, in the rap game, and in the music and in acting, you get a lot of free stuff. You get a lot of gifts. But my mom always taught me, you don't want to just receive gifts. You want to be the gift. You want to give. You want to be the gift. And it's literally a part of it. When you get signed to these labels, they ask, do you have a charity that you're a part of? And this is something that I've been doing. Rock, you know this. I'm a type 1 diabetic. I've been a diabetic on insulin dependent, taking needles since I was 9. So this is something, with all the pain that I've had, I understand that Miss USA needs to display some strength. And I would make a great Miss USA, not just Miss New Jersey USA, but I would make a great Miss USA because I have that heart. I have a heart for the poor. I have a heart for the sick. I have the heart for the people who don't know better. Because I've been there. I've literally been there, and I understand strength. I understand strength because I know pain. Right. But I also know healing. I've done the healing work. The thing, and I hate to go back to this, but the thing, it's not hard to forgive others as much as it's hard to forgive yourself. For all the mistakes that you've made, for all the moments that you didn't try. My story is out there. I'm an open book. I've been doing music since I was a teenager. I carry a heavy burden on my shoulders with a lot of things. That's why I'm writing my book. Just like you said, it's very beautiful because when you see these girls, I go and I talk to schools. I just went to Thomas Edison High School, and that's a really rough school in Philly. Like, you know, you walk in, you got metal detectors and the truancy officers. They're literally fighting as I'm going there visiting the kids and talking to them. And I sat there and I talked to the kids and I said, oh, well, what do you want to be when you get older? I know you're here and you're trying to hear me speak, but I want to hear from you. Because like KRS-One said, if the younger people don't listen to the older people, it makes them slower amongst the younger people. And if the older people don't listen to the younger people, it makes them slower amongst younger people. Mm-hmm. And so that importance of like that information, I have a world and I have a bunch of wisdom that I can expose. Everything with me isn't pretty. You're not going to get the prettiest answer all the time. I may not eloquently speak things, but I assure you that I am brilliant. I have experience with life. I have experience with love, healing, forgiveness for myself. Mm-hmm. And so I think that I'm also going to be that girl when I'm going to claim it. But when I'm going to be that girl that just won't sit on a throne with a crown and say, oh yeah, look up to me. I'm going to be that girl that comes down to where you are and help you heal. And that's just realness. Like, I've been through a lot. And I want to help people. That's it. I'm going to do that regardless, with or without a title. I'm doing it now. Well, nothing's going to change. I want to constantly be who Asia. Forget Asia Sparks. I'm gonna constantly be who Asia Johnson is, even though I'm running as Asia Sparks, by the way. But I want to show little girls, like, I'm from South Philly. I'm from the concrete. I want y'all to know that, and I want y'all to see that this can happen for you too, just like you said. It's not all pretty, but it's beautiful.
I think that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's funny too because I did a radio interview one time as Miss New Jersey. It was and it was I don't know. I believe it was deemed as like a black network. The interviewer was black. She's interviewing me. She said, "Do you feel like you kind of like basically that you kind of sell out because you did Miss USA as opposed to like Miss Black America or you did the pageant that was for the All American Girl."
Oh, okay.
And I said, "I am the All American Girl. I am the All American Girl."
Sure.
The All American Girl, what does she look like? She looks like me. She looks like her. She looks. If you're American, you're so. I never forget that. I just felt like she was kind of coming at me, and you never know what you're gonna
Trying
get.
to put you in a
And
box.
she was saying what
type
some other people were thinking.
Yeah, like do you sell it because you didn't do Miss Black Collegiate?
But you can do it. You can still do it.
Yeah, I could still do it, but I said, I just want give me the what is deemed the most prestigious and the biggest and the highest and the biggest challenge. That's what I'm gonna go.
And she got to understand too that you broke through.
Yeah.
You broke through was more important.
Yes.
And your reach was you gained a bigger reach than you would have. Be honest with you, especially at the time, also probably than it would have been if it was just black. It was like a further reach. So I would.
Yeah, the reach was bigger.
Yeah.
And I love that. I love that. And I honestly, she challenged you, but I also love that because a woman like you, I know it sparked you. It sparked your interest. And when you look at other women like, Kamala Harris, and she's a black vice president, like you're literally putting us black women in a box. America doesn't look like a blonde hair, blue eyed. America looks like us, looks like me, looks like you, looks like our men. It looks light skin, dark skin, white, black, Asian, Indian.
All colors.
This is what America's about.
Yeah. Brown.
Yeah.
This is what America's about. No, seriously, this is what it's about.
Yeah, mix, man.
Yeah, it can look like anybody.
You can be born in another country, come here, right, and be here for 40 plus years, and you're considered an American once you get your citizenship. None of our ancestors. Well, I don't know if somebody did their 23andMe, but
oh my gosh, yes.
I did mine too.
So my sister did hers, right? My sister did hers, and it came. I always knew there was something on my dad's side. And I never knew. I was talking to my great aunt about it. I was like, "Is it Irish?" I was always told it was German. Then so I was like, "No, it's Irish." So my sister does hers. She comes back. She's 20% European, like 18% English, and then like 2% Irish or something. So then we did my mom. My mom's came out literally just like a week ago. 25% European.
Wow.
So English, like my Irish.
That's a lot, 25%.
25%. I said, "Mom." So,
she's fair. She's very fair.
No, but her hair is different. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. So English, Irish, Northern Italy, the Balkans, German. And I'm like, wow. But it was really my dad's side. Now my dad's side is the one that has a lot of stuff.
Right.
So I was just like, this is amazing. We're all mixed with something.
We are.
We all are. We all are.
Yes.
Mixed up.
And that's America.
Yeah. So I just did mine.
Don't put a face to it.
Yeah. I just spit in the cup and sent it off yesterday.
Wow.
So we'll see what it's gonna be.
You just did yours?
I just did mine.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be amazing.
Because they were running a
mine
sale.
during COVID. I did mine.
You did? And what was it?
Oh sheesh.
Nigerian Ivory
sure.
Coast,
Ivory
the slave
Coast.
trade.
How the hell you? Yeah, for sure.
Because that was mine too.
Yeah, Nigeria, Ivory Coast, Cameroon.
Yep.
The Bantu people.
Yes.
I got freaking Northern India.
So is that West Africa?
Northern European. Got freaking. Of course, everybody got Indian in them.
That's what everyone said.
I got freaking Mexican.
Remy.
Yeah, like I don't know what it was. I don't know what Mexican was. It said Bantu people, Cameroon. I forgot the rest of the black people, but it was more blacks in there.
Yeah.
A lot of Africa though, but you get down to
Senegal.
Senegal.
Yep. Mine was. Because we're all from the slave trade.
West Africa.
That's just
Yeah,
crazy,
West
yeah.
Africa. I'm West African.
So why
too,
did it
but-
turn to? I was wondering how like Northern India got in there and like Northern European, but I mean you wouldn't know. But I'm just
Well,
wondering how.
because of colonization.
Yeah.
So like even with like Israel or like certain parts of Israel was known as Northern Africa, but because of colonization, they obviously it separates. Don't ask me why.
Yeah.
It's my nerd side coming out.
Maybe.
But yeah,
Don't ask him that shit. That shit.
yeah, yeah.
I'm all that, man. I had a bunch of Spain.
He's America.
Yeah, pretty much, man. I had everything. I was hype on the 14% Nigerian though. I was like, yeah,
You are 14%?
yeah, 14%. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't even believe
Same.
that.
I think I'm. Yeah, I think we're similar though. Other than the, I think I remember us having this conversation because I have some Cuban. Well, I'm Filipino, so it's like eight. Like
Oh, I
Asian.
see the Filipino.
It's the Asian, Irish as well. Like a point, like something European, but it's not a lot. Like it's not a lot at all. West African, Native American. That's it. That's it. And Cuban.
That's dope though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Melting pot.
I want to see y'all. I want to see your percentage, like, because you
What-
get the relative part on there.
Yeah.
Like your cousins could be, secondary cousins. And
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
So yeah, that's us.
Yeah.
That is America.
Yeah. Yeah. I get asked if I'm Dominican all the time.
You know what though?
All the time.
Yeah.
You can say yes and they will believe you.
Yes. Let's give it up. And this was the He Say She Say
Say
podcast.
Yeah, man.
You know
that
what
was
I
a good
mean?
one. That was a
It
wild
was a
one
good
right
one
there.
with some,
Hold on,
amazing
man.
women.
Yeah, man. Thank y'all for coming again, man.
Thank you for having
Shout
us.
out to
Yes, thank
Asia.
you for
Shout out to V for coming through. Know what I mean?
Yes.
Yes, we
Taking
definitely
this
appreciate you.
experience, you know?
Yes, we appreciate you guys. You guys were a joy to have.
Yes.
Very beautiful women on here. I think we're gonna do more of this. We need these women that have these certain statuses, right?
Isn't it Women's Month or was that March?
It was March.
That was
Oh,
March, yeah.
well,
It's
my church
Women's
was
Month
doing
every
a women's
month,
It's
right?
also
So y'all can
Asian
you can
and
have-
Pacific Islander month.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And it's also Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm glad I invited y'all.
Smith.
Thank you for having us.
Yes.
And I'm going to drink to that.
That Trey.
Never change, this is Jay every day.
That's what he say, she say.